On December 26, 1991, a flag that had flown for 69 years came down forever. No war was fought that day. No city was bombed. No shots were fired. But with one signature, the world's first communist superpower ceased to exist. The Soviet Union was gone, and 290 million people woke up the next morning living in 15 different countries. Think about that for a second. Imagine waking up and the country you were born in, the country on your passport, the country you pledged allegiance to, no longer exists. That's what happened in Moscow, in Kyiv, in Almaty, in Riga, all on the same day. For nearly 50 years, the USSR had been the other half of the world. It was capitalism versus communism. It was the United States versus the Soviet Union, two superpowers with enough nuclear weapons to end life on Earth several times over. It was the Cold War, a conflict fought not with battles on European soil, but through proxy wars in Korea, Vietnam, and Afghanistan, through propaganda, espionage, and the race to space. Everyone thought this standoff would last forever. The Berlin Wall, the Iron Curtain, the nuclear stalemate, it all felt permanent. It wasn't. The collapse started quietly in 1985, when a 54-year-old man named Mikhail Gorbachev became the leader of the Soviet Union. Gorbachev was different from the leaders before him. He was younger. He had traveled to the West. He understood that the Soviet system was in trouble. Factories were inefficient. Innovation had stalled. The average Soviet citizen waited in line for bread while watching Western television shows smuggled in on VHS tapes. The gap between the promise of communism and the reality of daily life was becoming impossible to ignore. Gorbachev's answer was two reforms. The first was glasnost, which means openness. For the first time since Stalin's purges, people could speak freely. Newspapers could report on corruption. Historians could write about the millions who died in labor camps. Writers could publish books that had been banned for decades. The second reform was perestroika, or restructuring. It was an attempt to introduce limited market elements into the planned economy. Let state factories sell some of their goods at market prices. Allow small private businesses to exist. On paper, it made sense.